Hi guys, welcome to the flight this evening. As with Ryanair, we're down in Nice and we're going to be doing a flight to Laui. By that time we get there, should be light. We're coming for the circle to land for runway 08, so we'll follow the LNAV and VNAV down for the RMP onto 26, and then we'll cut off just before 3700, where we'll fly visually onto a left turn and then fly around to backtrack for 08. So, don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below. We've just got catering arriving now to get everything on board. By that time we'll get the aircraft all set up and prepared for our departure. So don't forget to subscribe, help us get to that 2k subscriber goal, and now we can get inside the cockpit and get the aircraft all ready for our departure out of Nice. We're going to be leaving 22 left on the charts, and we'll be coming in obviously for 08. Flight level is going to be 200. So it should be very quick and simple. So let's go in and start the aircraft up. Okay, so as you can see we're in darkness. We'll go over, we've got the battery on, so we'll get our ground power on so we can see. We've got a standby power is all good, so we'll go to the ground power. After that we'll on the emergency lights, we've got our seatbelts on, etc. And we'll get the one pump on ready for the APU. We can get on our circuit breaker lights and our panels for the flight out. Got the textures to max on the settings, so it should look a little bit more better now when it comes to the lighting. So I thought we'd do a night flight. So got everything all good here. We can go and get the trim air on. Got the resets, turn on the packs. I'm going to get the APU started up now as we'll be going pretty quick. So one pump's on for the APU, get the APU bleed on. We're going for a flight level of 200, and if we have a look on our charts we can see that we're going to be leaving here. So taxi up uniform, go over hotel 1, then cross on to hotel 3 for 21 left. Elevation is 12, and for Laui we have got 1894, put it to 1900, which is set. Seatbelts are on, APU's coming over, so we'll go into the FMC now and we'll get the FMC all set up ready to go. So let's get our positioning all done for the IRS. That'll be done pretty quick. We can turn on our dome as well to light the cockpit up. We'll leave it off for now. So go into the FMC, we'll get the positioning Lima Foxtrot Mike November, which we'll just shove in to get that all done. We'll be coming in for Laui, so Lima Oscar Whiskey India. Going to our departures, we're going to be leaving 22 left and we're going on the Bazip 6 Whiskey, which is right here. After that we'll go and get our routing, so from Bazip we're then going to go the Yankee 15, which will take us to Alpha Bravo November. From there we're going to take the Mike 985, which will take us to Tagip. From Tagip we're going to take the Tango 876. That's going to take us to Ekpis. We then got the Mike 726, which will take us along to Brino, which is going to be the start of our star, as we're going to come to Rattenberg. So we're going to take the Brino 2 Alpha, we're going to take the RNAV Zulu for 26, and we'll transition off at Rattenberg. So we'll activate that up. We're going to our perf now. We'll go and get that all from our weights. So zero fuel is 60.1. After our zero fuel is 7496. So we'll just put 7.5, which is there. Reserves of 2, got a cost index of 54. Go for flight level 250. So we can just get a little bit of height up. Okay, so 250, switch that over on the panel. 250, switch over the APU now, get the APU gen on with the BAP. So we'll get our ISA now, which is going to be 250, it's about -29. Okay, and our cruising wind is going to be 198. 022. Okay, which is all set. Got our temperature now. We're going to take full takeoff and we'll do climb 1 out. Do flaps 5. We've got 138, 140 and a 149. So we'll turn our flight directors now. Get the first officer's panel all lit up. Okay, so we've got 149, which is set. Coming out on the runway, we're going to be going on the 223. Okay, there's the 223. Get the ASUS up as well, which is set. Okay, so let's go in and get the, which is 27.7, which is a 4.50 on the trim. It's about set. So after that, that's all now done. Go into our legs, check everything out, which is all good. There's Ramberg will come in and then we'll disconnect just over. So what we can do now is we'll turn on our pumps. We've got the IRS aligned, everything can come on. We'll get our probes and windows on now, get that all set. Isolation valve is open. We can turn on our electrics as we are now going to go and cool the tug. So we can turn on our anti-collisions. We can get everything all set. So close the doors, disconnect everything, and now we'll cool the tug so we can depart.
So it's revving up.
Okay, so we're going to get the ASUS now for Nice. So Lima Foxtrot, Mike November. We'll send that off so we can get the QNH and then we can get the hell out of it. Tug's now driving up. We can just about see dawn breaking. Don't know why we're at flaps 30. Go down to our flaps 5. So it should stop at 5. There we go. So flaps are down.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, so he's ready to connect. So we get the ASUS now. So we've got Nice, 10th day, 210 at 03. QNH is 1023. Got a few at 2000. Temperature 18. So 210 at 03 is our wind. So we'll go back and verify our takeoff speeds, which ain't going to change. And now we can get all ready to go. So 1023.
Now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so he's ready to release. So we'll go over now. We'll turn our packs off. We'll get everything all good here to go. We can put our position light on. And now we can go ahead and take over the brake to off. And we're ready to go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so what we'll do is put them to both and we'll go for engine number 2. So you can see our start valves open. N2 starting to increase, so our oil pressure will come to life, and then we'll be all set for engine number 2. 25%, we'll let engine number 2's fuel come in, and now you see the okay, so we'll go down to engine number 1. Again, we'll see the start valve open, N2 increase, oil pressure will come to life, we'll inject fuel at 25% N2, and EGT will increase and then let us know that the engine has come to life. So there's 23%. Get the fuel in. EGT increasing and engine number 2 has come to life. We'll wait for the tug to stop us so then we don't blind him with our taxi lights, and then we'll be able to taxi on out. As we have a look at our charts, we can see now that we'll come down Delta, take a left onto Uniform, and then follow it up and come through the Hotel 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, so parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Standby.
Okay, so we can turn our packs back on. The isolation valve can go to auto. We'll switch over the buses to Gen 1. We can turn the APU bleed off now with the APU. He's going to disappear, and as soon as he pulls away, then we'll turn on the taxi lights. We can arm the auto throttle now, and we can even arm the LNAV and VNAV. VNAV and alarm once we go 400 feet above. So the tug's now going to disappear, and then we can turn on our taxi lights.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time on other side flight.
Okay, so he's all set for us to go. So we'll turn on our taxi lights as he disappears, and like I said, we'll go down Delta, left on Uniform, right on Hotel 1. Auto brake can go to RTO, and we'll release the brakes and we'll get out of here. So brake released, and we'll power on up now to runway 22 left. Okay. So taxi on down. Take a left now onto Uniform. Then we'll travel up to Hotel 1, which we'll see in just a second. So there we are, coming up through Uniform, so it'll be our third right. And we'll plus 15 onto our V2. So we'll go for 164. So then the climb out isn't too ridiculous. Okay, so it looks like we're at near to Hotel 1. We'll just follow it all the way up. We'll also do a wing version of this flight as well, so you guys can enjoy the whole departure from the side view of the aircraft. So as we can see now, Hotel 1 is our next stop. So we'll start slowing the aircraft down now. Take this right coming up now. So we're going to cross over. As we'll say, 2 left is in use, and 2 right we'll say isn't in use. So we'll cross over. Okay, so we've got our strobes on as we're coming up now. To the hold as we are ready to enter runway 22 left. As you can see. Turn around at the top. Okay, so we'll line up, we'll reset our view. So we'll stop right here. Go up, turn our landing lights on, runway turn-offs, turn our taxis off, strobes, etc. are on with the wheel well. We'll tell the cabin to get ready now. And we are all set to go. So, there's only one thing left to do. We'll power on up to 45%. And toga. Airspeed alive.
80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Okay. Hold it out. As we go to 250.
400.
Check. Turn the gear off in just a sec. 250. We'll hit into V.
1000.
Check. So we'll turn our gear off. And we're going to that left turn now. Can turn our auto brake off as well. As we climb up 2000. Now we'll get a VNav on in just a sec. Okay, so as we climb up now, on the LNAV. I don't know why the VNAV doesn't want to work. But we'll climb up now, we'll go to our flaps 1. And we'll go up to our 240. As we make our left turn. Okay, so flaps can go up. Okay, let's go up to 240. And made our left turn now. Our QNH is to standard. And we'll do our first officers. Okay, which is set. Passing through 6,000 feet now as we make our way up to 320. Okay, so what we can do is we'll let the autopilot take control. I'll go up at 3,000 feet per minute. And if we have a look on our SID now, we can see that we are just joining back onto it. As we can put our start switches to continuous. Just passing now 8,009. So we'll turn our landing lights off now. Runway turn-offs can go off. Tell the cabin to relax and put the wheel well off as well. Okay, so if we have a look on the FMC, we're making a turn of 047.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the
Okay, so passing 10,000 feet now. Climb. Okay. Okay, so what we can do now is up to 280 and slow our rate down to 220. Turn on the anti-ice. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. Right now we're at 250, we're just around 50 miles from our top of descent as we come down, which will be for 9,500 feet at Rattenberg. So if we have a look at our charts, we're going to basically take the Brino to Alpha, so 14,000 for Brino, and then we'll be at 12,000 for Rattenberg, where we'll then make the initial turn to come down on the localizer on the 255. When we get to DME, when we get 4.2 DME from the airport's localizer, we're going to basically make a left turn onto 230 at 3,700 feet, and we'll have our minimums along with our descent path, which if we go into Lowy and get the localizer Romeo, we can see here that we've got our decisions, but we're going to come down for 3,700, and once we get our speeds then we'll know exactly where we're going to be at when we do arrive down into Innsbruck. So we'll get our descent rate, etc. So if we go into our arrival, we can see, let's just say we are going to go in for flaps 40. If we check the ATIS, we can then find out whether flaps 30 is more appropriate, and we'll get our Q&H's, etc. when we do come down. So EPKIS is on the 025, where we'll then make that left turn. As you can see, Brino is right there for 140 above, and you can see on the charts as well 140. So what we'll do is set 140 in, and then what we'll do is from that 140 we'll then go to 9,005, which will be for Rattenberg, and then we'll follow the localizer down as it's offset, and then we'll disconnect and flight visual down onto runway 08. As soon as we leave Brino, 12,000 to Rattenberg, but we need to get there for 9,500, so we'll follow it down as we get down past Brino. As we then take our left turn onto the 001, now we can descend now if we really wanted to, but there's no point as we need to be at 14,000 anyway. 18 miles until our top of descent, so 2 minutes away. Okay, so remember speed brakes. And we're now going to the 001, which is set. Close speed brakes off. And what we'll do is we will now tell ourselves to descend and we'll start to come down. We'll initially come down at 1,000 feet per minute. So put the seatbelt signs on, start switches are continuous, which are checked. Okay, passing 240. Go down for 12, and if we have a look at our routing, I can show you where we're going to go. So from Brno we're going to go up to Rattenberg and then come around all the way down to the runway. So that's the plan. Passing through 23, and we are now on the 001. We'll make that right turn, the 058 to Rattenberg, and we will then backtrack. IXEG is our final approach fix just before we start our descent. So as soon as we get to the Foxtrot, the 26, that's where we're going to start our descent down. We're going to do a flaps 40. Let's check the ATIS of what was Lowey's ATIS. So 1025 or 170 at 02. So we can take any side really, which isn't too bad. So let's get ready for our arrival. 1025. Which is all set. Okay, so we're now coming down. We'll start to slow the aircraft down now as we check out restrictions 2.9 and 2.11. So may as well start settling the aircraft right down now. And we'll speed brakes so the aircraft can start to descend as we come down with it. So getting ready to go onto the 058. And we may as well let the aircraft do what it's got to do. We can tell on descent we want it to follow the path, not the speed. There, the aircraft should now start to go into descent and not level off to stop our speed from coming down. Okay, so 058. Okay, so 3,700 is where we want to be at, and 9,005 right now. Okay, so we start to come down. Go and get our speeds now. Go flaps 40, 141, plus 5, be 146. Just fine. And 40 ILS. And the localizer is the 111.10. Okay, which we'll just stick on my side. And that is for the 255. We'll put the 254 from the FMC, as we're not going to take the not taking the ILS, we're going to do the localizer. As we now pass 19,000, making our way down into Innsbruck. Take auto brake max as we take our arrival in. And we run the LNAV and VNAV down. And we'll disconnect at 3,700. We'll make that left turn onto 230. We'll be flying it visually by then. We disconnect and we'll fly it visually 230. Then we'll head on to the 264. And then when we're 43.5 from the airport, where we backtracked, we'll then make that right turn at 3.5 at DME from Innsbruck. So as we pass through 16,004 now. Just making our way down. If we get down to near 9,500 before, then we'll cut the route and go direct straight to IXEG. So 10.4, so we do our descent checklist. We've got our start switches which are continuous, which are checked. We've got the localizer which is 111.10, which is also checked. And we've got our speeds which is flat. So making our way now. Be at 115 and then 9,005 for IXEG. Currently heading on the 058. Passing through 14,000. As we get ready to make that right turn. Okay, so we're going to decel to 210 when we get to Randburg, so we may as well do that now. There's 210 for our flaps up. Speed brakes are armed. And then from 210 it will be 172 at IXEG. Okay, and for IXEG we're 210. So we're going to that right turn now. There's real-time weather changing over. There we go, into that right turn. Yeah, we'll switch the Q&H's over now. Passing through 12,005. be 9,500 above. So we'll wait for the aircraft to come back round. Passing through 11,001. So we'll go down now for ADWIG, it's 172. Okay, so flaps 1. Okay, flaps 2. Okay. As I'm happy now, we'll go down to 3,700. And we'll take our flaps 5. Okay. Have to get ready to go on to the 254. As we're offset just a little. So come down through 10,000 now. There's 9,005. And we're down to flaps 5. Got a runway in sight. Next speed restriction will be 161. Okay, so we've got a runway in sight. So we can go down to our flaps 15. And we'll go gear down.
$2,500.
Okay, so flaps 15 coming down.
Oh, up.
So we go down to our minimums. Minimums is 2,450. Okay, which is set. Go down to a flaps 15 now. As we come down, 7,009. Just passing 7,500 above. Once we are 4,000, so we'll keep down to 3,700. And once we get to 4.2 DME, that's where we are going to make the 230 degree course. Passing through 7,001. Check on the localizer. We are currently 12 DME away, 6,700. So we are on par with localizer 7,000 for 12 DME, and 11 DME will be 6003. So we'll keep your eyes on 11 DME 6003, so we're on the right glide path. We're going to level off at 3700, where we'll hold and then make that left turn onto the 230. Which we'll cut off. So the speed now, do flaps 30 out to 146. Okay, which is set. Okay, so we're all good. 8 DME 5001. Aircraft's now stabilised, so we'll bring over the controls as we get ready to do that visual approach. So, cabin crew prepare for landing. So we've got auto brake set to max, we've got our flaps down, and we've got our landing gear down 3 green. We've got the localizer, which we're on now, running on the LNAV and VNAV. We're at 3,700 feet, 4.2 DME away from Innsbruck OEV. We will then make the 230 degree left turn, where we'll be running it visually, and it should be a nice arrival. Flaps 40 can now be set. 7 DME away. And we've got the ASUS, which was 1025, which is correct.
$2,500. Minimums.
Continue. Okay, so we're going to level off at 3,700, sorry. 4.2 DME. We'll then get the aircraft all established. So what we'll do is we'll disconnect the auto throttle and the autopilot. So now I have control of the aircraft. Okay, so come down for 3,700, 4.2 DME. We're going to make that left turn. So there's 3,007. It's 4.3 and 4.2. So we go to 230 now. Okay, try and stay as close to 3007. Okay, so there's 230. Stay back for 3007. Okay, so there's 3007, where we can hold her now. And when we get 3.5 DME away from the airport, that's where we'll go into that right turn. So, cabin crew, prepare for landing. Keeping it nice and stable now. Just go on to the 265.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Okay. So we know that we are low. So we'll follow it down until 3.5 DME away, where we'll then make that right turn and come in for 08 on a visual. Okay. So we'll start coming down to 3007, 1.5 DME away from the airport, So in 2 DME time we'll make that right turn. Okay, so stay back on the 260. It's 1.8 DME. Now start coming down now, we'll reset our views. Okay, let's just reset our view quickly. There we go.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, so 2.6 DME. Hold up.
Terrain.
There we go.
Terrain.
Okay, so
Terrain.
3.2, and
Terrain.
now what we can do is we'll go into that right turn. Turn our terrain off, as we can see everything, and we're just going to get warnings. So let's go into that descent. Okay, so go into that right turn now. Okay, there's the runway.
Terrain. Terrain.
Okay, bar goes down. Okay, let's redo the view. Okay. Okay, we're on that left turn now.
400. 300.
Okay, 2 red, 2 white.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 10.
Okay, speed brakes are up and reversers are active.
$80 knots.
Check. Okay, reversers can go back in. Release the brakes, manual braking. And we can turn straight off. So there we go guys, taking a Ryanair down to Innsbruck.
Thank you for flying Ryanair.
Speed brakes can go up
Here over 90
and
Park
flaps
Rock
can be
Road.
fully retracted
We hope you enjoyed
as
yours
we taxi
and
back
look
to the
forward
gate.
to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair, low fares made simple.
Definitely low fares. Okay, so we are back. Don't know what was going on with the view with Okay, so passing the hold now, we can turn off our landing lights, runway turn-offs, taxis can stay on. We've got our strobes can go to steady, wheel can go off, we can ding the cabin, take the seatbelts off now, and we'll power on up to the gate. Auto brake can be test armed to off, and now we'll taxi on to the stand. And there we are guys, so we'll go to our landing cinematics now, and then when we get back we will be taxied to the gate ready to shut down. So don't forget to like and subscribe, helps us get to that 2k subscriber goal. And here we are now with the landing cinematics for Laui for the circle to land runway 08. So see you guys in just a sec. And there we are, guys, down at the gate in Laui for our flight of the night. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you all very soon for our next available flight on the channel. So take care for now. Bye bye.